Oops. Should have had this up. What's up, everybody? It's your boy, Bro Shocker, the 96 y'all here with week 1 of the TBL. If you guys are excited, leave a like if you haven't already. Subscribe if you are new. Join the Phil Shocker crew. And with that being said, let's get into this. First off and foremost, I'm going to say this battle was recorded on my opponent's side. And TBL is going to be the first Wi-Fi league we upload here, guys. It might be the only one just because I don't have an Elgato. But if I can get an Elgato and it can work for my laptop and I can have it connect fine to my Switch, who knows? Maybe in the future, Wi-Fi content. Who knows? But time will be. Yeah, but we're here for TBO week 1. I am super nervous for this battle. You guys are excited. Like I said, hit the like button. And like I said, this is gonna have mostly all my battles are gonna be done with my opponents viewing all that. I'm obviously gonna do some skipping here and there, just so there's no issues there. But you can see my opponent brought Urshifu, Mamo, Weezing, Savali, Turtonator, and the Togekiss. Now, I was kind of surprised to see Togekiss a little bit, but I guess Togekiss made a lot of sense for my draft, which I should have propped a little bit more for, but it's okay. You know, I can manage around Togekiss. That's why I have Iron Tail too. It's mostly there for Mammo, but I also packed it on there just in case for Kiss as well. Excuse me. Another reason I also ran Iron Tail on my Hideigan was just because of the fact I want to make sure that I could be able to hit Mammo without being choice locked. Well, not choice locked, but being like locked into um, outrage and not have to worry about that. So definitely such a note there. But yeah, this was a very scary matchup for me. This was Terry top, but look at also a lead matchup here. I was more 100% going to be going with Serena just because I felt Serena matched up against decently well against everything else. If I had a choice Scarper, I probably would have led that. Excuse me. Oh, it's morning, guys, so I'm going to be yawning quite a bit. So I thought going Serena was, the safest bet. Nothing too crazy, nothing too different from what I wanted. So, but yeah, good looks and have fun to our acoustic, of course. I'm gonna I'm acting like this is a live battle, but it's not. But still, it was good looks and have fun to him. So like I said, I'm gonna go ahead and lead off with my Serena, aka Dalla. By the way, I do apologize if the screen's blurry. This was recorded on my, well, not recorded, but this was like screen shared with my opponent. So my screen shared with, well, I didn't. Okay, I'm being stupid here. Let me finish what I was saying. He's screen sharing this to Goldoa and one of his other mods because they're commentating the battle live on the Twitch battle channel, which I will make sure there's a link in the description so you guys can check out the Twitch, hit them with a follow, and definitely get up to date if you want to see how I'm doing live, or if you want to get these battles afterwards and all that. But this was something that's very much important to understand and everything like that. But yeah, so he leads off with Savali Ground, which also he didn't bring Savali Dark, which was very surprising to me. I felt like Savali Dark was like 100% better in the matchup. Like it only had one bad counter, and that bad counter beat Beware and relatively Sylvia. But otherwise, there wasn't a downside to where I saw an issue with it. So at this point in time, I'm thinking to myself, okay, I could go for the knockoff, knowing that he's going to be faster than me, because I only built speed for non-speed invested Sylvali. And in my mind, I'm thinking, I'm just going to click knockoff. He's probably going to have speed. I should have clicked power whip. You're going to see why exactly. So I really wanted to click power whip, man. I really did. But I knew knockoff in my honest of place. Honest of things was to make the smart play and knockoff, knowing he was going to hard switch. I do reveal that I am faster because of that, but again, I wouldn't say that's really big a misplay right there. I think I definitely should have just went for Power Whip there, because if he had Parting Shot knowing I clicked Knock... Because here's the thing, since he knew I clicked Knockoff first, that gave him the opportunity to go into anything on his team to just kind of get momentum or bring in something. Like, honestly, if he had brought in freaking Turtonator right here, that actually, I think, would have been the game right there. Because obviously it's a shell smash turn here. Also, I'm just sorry if I'm skipping a little bit. I'm just skipping this just so you guys don't have to say too anything and stuff. So in comes this Urshifu, and I'm thinking, okay, he's either gonna click close combat, U-turn, resurgent strikes, make the safe play. So I'm actually gonna stay in and click power whip. I should have stayed in and clicked knockoff. I stayed in and clicked knockoff just because if he U-turns here, yeah, it's gonna do about 50% to me. But this lets me remove any item from his team. If he was banded, he probably would have straight up killed me, but he does reveal to be adamant, not banded, which is really good. So that tells me that again he was scarred, even though I can literally see it. Excuse me. But yeah, I think the aspect of this was very important. So he's gonna bring in the wheezing, obviously. Again, sorry if I'm doing some skips here, guys. It's just to make it easier for you guys. So yeah, I clicked power whip here, expecting to just stay and go for a close combat. That was definitely wishful thinking. I should have clicked knockoff again just to get rid of any item, and this would have also chunked the wheezing a little bit more for me to where I would not have to worry about leftovers recovery. So at this point in time, okay, I'm thinking to myself, okay, I'm gonna most likely switch into a good wheezing answer, but I don't have a wheezing answer really. So I'm gonna go ahead and switch out into my Explorer, aka my Archeops here, just because I felt like it resisted some of the hits. I do have Roost, so I wasn't really stressing about what I needed to do. Excuse me. I really didn't need to stress what I was gonna do here. So yeah, I'm gonna make the switch out here, go right into my Archeops here. Sorry, this also isn't the most professional way to do commentating and stuff like that, but I'm just doing whatever I can to give you guys my Wi-Fi content because I really want to give you guys some. And you guys know I've been trying, but it's not easy for me. It's just not, okay? So, but I'm hoping this will help. He does click flamethrower. Obviously, was expecting the H slash to come in on that, which is fair play at his end. He actually goes into his Savali here, as I was torn between either clicking Air Slash for chip damage or going for the Meteor Beam here, and just, even though if I did click Meteor Beam, that would have really just wasted my offense right there. So I had a tough decision here, and I unfortunately did go for my Meteor Beam. So I did pop my Meteor Beam incredibly early, which probably wasn't the best thing in the world. But as you can see from this damage you're about to see, special Archeops, it's no joke. Especially when it's a stab attack. Look at that damage. That did nearly 100 points of damage, dude. That's crazy. So Air Slash could have potentially have been a roll to kill here. Again, keyword potentially. He might have just been outside of range. But if not, I also got a pretty mid to high roll on that to where he still lived, but maybe I could have killed, who knows. But that was definitely a sensitive aspect right there. But he pardon shuts out. He's gonna bring in his Bruce Lee here, which makes a lot of sense. Scarf Urshifu. At this point, that told me that he was Scarf Urshifu, because I was fearing either a choice Scarf Urshifu or choice baited Urshifu. I was also fearing potential sub bulk up. Sub bulk up really kind of just beat me, but then he lost speed. Excuse me. So I'm gonna go into my Brendan here, aka my Lapras, and that I'm not gonna lie, I'm gonna tell you that guys right now, that turn was a risk. 100% that turn, what I did there, that was a risk, because he could have clicked combat there, would have revealed my berry, and that would have really been bad for us there. I really do think that was a big risk on my end there, but I knew he was going to probably most likely click Surgeon Strikes, because it was not a downside to clicking Surgeon Strike. Plus, if he tried clicking Close Combat, I could have potentially brought the H slash in, so there's something like that. So I went for the safe play on Lapras, and now Lapras is about to do some Lapras things, my boys. Because now, this Lapras is going to be able to do some dancing. So he's going to obviously make the switch out because he's scarred. I am going to go ahead and bring out the Dragon Dance Lapras. Let's go, baby. This was so hype. People were wondering, wait, you know what's funny? Some of my friends asked us, they actually were surprised Lapras got Dragon Dance. And my opponent actually was surprised that as the move I'm about to click here, he didn't know this mon got this. Lapras is full of surprises. I love it. Oh, Lapras is awesome, dude. Ugh. Excuse me, I'm sorry I'm yawning so much, guys. I always yawn in my videos. I don't know why. Maybe I just need to get like 20 hours of sleep. But I'm going to click send headbutt here, and you can see it does about 50%. I also, to be fair, also, I got a really good roll on that. I think I got relatively high max roll on that. So now I'm basically at a point right here where it's potentially a roll if I can kill it again, straight up. So he's going to actually make a smart play here. He's actually going to go ahead and send. I was going ahead and click send headbutt here. There was no other way. I kind of talking on both sides of the spectrum, right? But he's going to bring in Sim Valley, which basically tells me he was sacking this off. And I missed my send headbutt. But honestly, I didn't really care about that one. I'm faster than this thing. I get to freely click liquidation. Again, it was gonna drop anyway. So Lapras gets the first kill of the matchup here. Let's go Lapras. So Lapras is so underrated, dude. I think I've come to appreciate when people use Lapras. I kind of appreciate how they use it. So I definitely found the appreciation for Lapras in that reason. It was another reason I wanted to draft it too. And plus, I have a really good bulky water in my draft. So Lapras is not the best bulky water, but it's not the worst bulky. So in comes this Urshifu here, and I have done the calcs, ladies and gentlemen. He clicks, so at the percentage I'm at, I'm sitting at about 80%, I want to say. About 80%. So if I actually gotten poisoned there, I would have been in range. Even with my berry, I would have been in range of potentially dying to this close combat, depending on the damage roll. So luckily that poison didn't come into fruition. Otherwise, I would, because if it did pan out, because if it then still pans out like it does, right? I click in headbutt and I miss liquidation. I'm actually pretty much guaranteed to die with the close combat, which really sucks. And I probably would have switched out my Lapras, because Lapras could have still had some merits left to the game, so I would have saved it for that reason. But here I'm basically saying, okay, if he clicks close combat here, I live the hit, and I calc this at -1 with a max attack out of it, which I am with my Lapras. I'm pretty sure I am. If I don't get a low roll, I actually kill this Urshifu from full. I do 97 to 110%. Or something above 110, I don't really remember. So basically, I guarantee kill this thing. The only way I don't kill this is if I get any form of a low roll. Any form of a low roll, I basically don't kill. Which really sucks. I'm sorry if I'm moving my mouse a lot too much. I'm not trying to. But. So I'm basically saying, yep, I gotta click in headbutt. Now there is the case here, if I do miss, I basically just wasted sacked off with my Lapras for no reason. So it's very tense right now for me, and I'm making sure I just double check my calcs and everything. So he is gonna go for the close combat. I do reveal my Chople Berry to him, and I am just, as you can see, barely live that. If I got at least 2 to 3 rounds of the toxic chip from Sludge Bomb, which wasn't like toxic poison on that, I would have basically dropped to that. So I'm going for the headbutt. Lapras is so well trained, he connects, but the invisible focus sash. Oh, if I could show you my expression, guys. Oh my god, that was just heartbreaking. Also, ignore this. This was when I think my opponent might have accidentally did something, and he might have been damage calculating something or something like that. So, do know that, but anyways, and that was part of the live feed as well, so yeah. So now I bring in my Aegislash here, and now I'm basically set up with a Totemize here, and I'm going to make such a stupid play later in this match that you're going to watch. So basically, I'm at the point here now where he has to either sack his Urshifu or Rinza. He actually saves his Urshifu, which I think was a smart play, because I didn't have, unless I had rocks on my Archeops and I sacked it to get it up there, that wasn't a smart play. So I'm going to go my Totemize right here. Let my special shield and sword activate up here. So now I'm +2. I'm faster than every single thing on his team. 100%. So now I freely click Shadow Ball. It's right in range if it's Fizz Dev, which it looked to be about Fizz Dev. I go for Shadow Ball. It's pretty much right in range of kill. Unless I get an absolute low roll, it might live, but Aegislash is going to pick up this kill here. So Aegislash picks up the kill here. Aegislash's first kill for us this season. So now I'm thinking to myself, okay, he needs to bring out. I was actually kind of. I guess it made sense why he didn't bring out Turtonator first. Because in my mindset, I'm thinking like, why doesn't he just bring in Turtonator? Why is he bringing? Excuse me. Why is he not bringing? Also, I just realized Weezing is his only Pokemon that didn't have a nickname. That's really funny. So he's gonna bring in Turtonator here, which I was super scared of Turtonator, dude. Turtonator is scary. So I'm thinking to myself, okay, he's obviously gonna click Shell Smash. He lives one hit. He could fear that I'm Oka Berry, but I go for the Shadow Ball here. Chunk this bad boy. He actually Shell Smashes, and here's where I make a massive, massive choke and misplay. After the battle, he told me he was modest, but also I was calcing timid, so be fair on that. Remember when I said Aegislash outsped everything? Yeah. Yeah. I think we're all getting at what I did that messed up this play. So first I went for King Shield, just kind of scout what he's gonna do. And I also feel dumb because if I had Shadow Sneak here, I wouldn't have been scared. Obviously, Shadow Sneak would have pretty much claimed KOs for me. But here, I'm an idiot, and you're about to see what I mean here. I'm such a dumb idiot here because, this was such. I switched out, and I'm gonna explain that right now. So, like I said, I even redid the calc myself. Timid max speed hits 192. I hit over 2. I think I hit like 220, 225. I had already outsped this thing. And I swapped out. Now, be granted, I wasn't killing Togekiss right off the gate. I could have potentially, if like Mamo came in, I obviously would have probably either see if Aegislash could have killed with Flash Cannon, or I would have King Shield and then made the appropriate switch, which probably most likely would have been my Beware. Because Beware, I could have gone for a double edge and just gone for the kill right there, go for kills. But I made such a massive misplay, and I actually go right into my Dallas. I mean, I was gonna try to use Dallas Serena here as a sack fodder, just for that reason. But I cannot. And it's literally I just realized it today, looking back at it, and I'm so mad at myself. I did that. I mean, Wi-Fi. I have to get better. So I go to Explorer here, and actually, if I was relatively like timid with max speed, I think I actually could have outsped this thing. Going for the Earth Power Air Slash, or I was going to go for Earth Power because it killed. But oh, I'm so mad at myself because if I didn't switch out, I would have gotten my second kill with Aegislash. And depending if he goes Mamoswine or Togekiss, like if he goes Togekiss, I click Flash Cannon. It's not gonna completely kill unless you get a crit. And if he's got Heat Wave, it probably has a chance to knock me out. Doesn't guarantee it, but oh, I was so mad, dude. I was so mad. I'm so mad. Well, I can't believe I can't say that. I'm so mad. I'm so mad now because I realized it now that I basically choked away Aegislash kills. But yeah, so he's gonna click Flash Cannon, which is enough to knock me out. It's gonna guarantee knock me out. I think he should have gone with the Dragon Pulse, in my honest opinion, but I guess he went for the safe button instead. So unfortunately, I sack away Archeops, which is another one of those mon I didn't. In the end, I think what's gonna be the smarter play to sack because of that. So now I'm thinking to myself, wow, I'm kind of screwed here. I just lost to Turtonator. So the only way I have a shot at this is to bring in my Hydreigon. Now, obviously at the time, you guys see he has Dragon Balls. I wasn't thinking Dragon Balls. I was thinking Draco Meteor. So now I'm looking at it and I'm thinking to myself, okay, if he misses Draco, I do have the Hobomberry. So if he misses Draco, if he has the Hobomberry, I have the Hobomberry, so if he Dracos me, doesn't matter, I still die. But if he has Dragon Pulse, which we just saw he did, I actually do live a Dragon Pulse at +2. And what I have to do now is go for Dragon Dance. Because Dragon Dance outspeeds this. 100% of the time. That's where my play is at. I have to take the risk. And he actually ends up doing something I actually was so surprised. And that ultimately was a massive choke on his end as well. He swapped out and brought in Togekiss. And I got my Dragon Dance off. And now I'm a +1 Hydreigon. But now I'm at the point where Aegislash kind of just wins the game. Or even Beware could win the game now. So basically what I have to do is I have to go for Iron Tail. It actually doesn't guarantee a KO on the Togekiss, which is a little unfortunate. But I could massively chip this thing if I get like a high roll. I do connect with my Iron Tail, and you can see the Togekiss is going to live. He's going to go for the Yawn right here. It's down to 3 minutes left in the battle. The 3 minutes are getting so intense. It's getting scary for me. I don't like it. And he actually makes another weird play. He actually swaps out his Urshifu, swaps out his Togekiss, but I'm going to actually switch out first, obviously. So I switch out, bring in my Aegislash here, and he is actually going to bring in his Urshifu. And I make another misplay in a choke right here, because basically what happens here is I can click Autotomize, and I actually can just straight up win the game. There's no ifs, ands, but I go for the King Shield. Now, King Shield is like a form of Protect, so I actually did not think this could go through. Also, when I saw this, I thought like he would take damage based off of that, but unfortunately he doesn't. And as you can see, 2 of his crits were mid-rolls, and then he got a high-roll crit. So basically, I'm stuck now with having to either sack off my Aegislash, which I know I can't do because I can actually save that thing to get a kill, or go for a Autotomize. And then, and I can bring in my Hydreigon here. So I'm going to bring in my Hydreigon. And, man, 2 misplays I had with Aegislash this game. And that's on me. I don't blame them on for that one. Usually I've been blaming them on if it can't really do much work for me based on that. But, yeah, I'm more mad at myself for that switch right there. I'm so angry at myself, dude. Because if I had just attacked that Turtonator, that would have been fine. And also, if I still did what I did, and we still got to this point, I should have Autotomized up with my Aegislash again. I outspeed everything, and I literally win this game with Aegislash. Unless, again, there's a certain damage roll with Mamoswine that I can't get. I literally would have won this game straight up with Aegislash. I have to go for Dragon Dance again, because that's my only win con in this game. We're down to the last 50 seconds, and my opponent did tell me that he was considering to possibly do Timer Stall, which actually would have been in his best interest to Timer Stall. But I do connect my Iron Tail, which, oh my god, was so good. So basically, we're sitting at this. I have a full health Beware. I have an Aegislash that's a little under half, and I have a Hydreigon that's sitting just above 50%. He has 2 mons that literally cannot beat me. So in theory, in regards to this, I would win this matchup here 3v3. But he actually is a good sport. He is actually going to go and continue. I click Outrage. This was also another misplay on my end. I should have clicked Earthquake, because let's just say the battle keeps going, right? The battle just keeps on going and going and going. I should have not done what I did, because that could have actually offered Turtonator a chance to actually come back into the battle. And also, just for clarification, even if this was, as you can see, it's not Choice Banded Mamoswine. Even if it was Banded Mamoswine, I did live an Ice Shard for full. Well, no, not from full. It actually would have killed me. But since he wasn't banded, I actually would have most likely lived the Ice Shard. I kill this thing with Outrage, and depending if I get 2-turn or 3-turn Outrage, I can actually win the game with Hydreigon. So, in the end of the day, Hydreigon saving my butt in this matchup, dude. Oh, that was such a crazy game. Wow. That was such a crazy game. Oh, man, dude. I was so scared for this matchup. This was a tough matchup as well. Like, this was down to the wire. Like, in the end game right there, Hydreigon 100% won. From that aspect of the battle.
Now, it would have came down to whether or not, again, I got 2-turn or 3-turn. I could have easily had won this game already with Aegislash, or had been able to get rid of Turtonator, to where then Hydreigon sets up 1D Dance, it wins, and then I have, Beware and Aegislash potentially in the back, and I can use his fodder. I could also have had Serena still in around. I could have had Serena, which could have been really, really good to kind of beat the rest of his team as well, but again, I choked that away. And I could have Archeops, which also pretty much would have won the game for us as well, but I threw that away. So I definitely did not play this the cleanest way, and I definitely did not play this the smartest way. But, it's my first Wi-Fi League singles. I'm learning to get better at my plays here, and at least I realize them now after the battle as well, just so I know not to make that mistake again. Yeah, Aegislash would have gotten probably... It could have potentially slipped. So, I would have still gone for the Flash Cannon on the Togekiss, I would think. And then, if he reveals Yawn to me, then I basically make a switch predicting what I need to bring in here. Or I let AG get to sleep. If I let AG get to sleep, then AG is most likely going to be Thoughter, potentially. And then Hydreigon becomes the Wincon, essentially. So that's definitely going to be something I would have known. And plus, even if I go to sleep and he sacks away Urshifu, then I pretty much just win this game with a combination of Hydreigon plus Beware. But again, it definitely came if I landed my attacks, which was going to be one thing. But obviously, misplays were there. We both played relatively risky this game. But yeah, this was a good game, though. Shout out to Raikusuke for the battle. Really great game. But yeah, that's going to be week 1, guys. We walk away with a 3-2 victory, which does count towards a +1 differential victory. Also, they do imply points for this battle. And points are also going to be a big factor in terms of who gets to battle and who gets to move on to playoffs. But we start basically off with a 1-0 victory. We start off with a 1-0 in our season, so it's really, really great. I'm hoping we can go to the playoffs in our first Wi-Fi League, and I think we got a decent team to do it with, so I'm really excited for that. But yeah, thank you all so much for watching. Leave a like if you haven't already. Subscribe if you are new. Join the Pro Soccer crew today because if you're in the King of the Crew. And with that being said, I will see you guys for week number 2 of TBL in the future. But until next time, guys, I'm Pro Soccer, and I'll see you guys later. Peace.